send this with me. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Yanmi Carrera, for those of you who don't already know me. And if you're new here, then subscribe down below so you can join the family. But without further ado, let's get started with this. Like, can y'all see outside? It's dark. It's literally like 9 something. And I'm over here trying to record this because I want to express my dark thoughts. Well, mostly because they came out of a movie. But yeah, so what other thing to do than like me doing my makeup for fun or something? I'm gonna start with moisturizer, which I'm almost gonna run out of, but for now this will do. My skin has been so dry and I don't know why, and I've been breaking out too, but it's fine. Okay, so the reason why I want to record this video is because I found a movie and it brought out all of my bad thoughts, my dark thoughts about like murder and all that. So I was like, what best to do than like let it all out? But the movie is Fractured. If you have not seen it, then pause this video and go watch it and then come back because I'm totally gonna like spoil it for you guys. I'm gonna tell you all the whole plot and then what my thoughts were about, and then yeah, because like that movie like seriously like messed up my mind. Let me do my eyebrows and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that my brows are done, I'm gonna get started. So once the movie starts, we get introduced to the 3 main characters, which is the dad, which I'm not gonna remember their names, and then it's the wife, and then the daughter. That's how we're gonna refer to them. So they made a stop at a gas station. Everything looks so creepy. Like the woman that worked there, she looks so creepy. There was no one there, and like it's just like creepy vibes, right? And so he grabbed the little girl, put her like outside, and he was like, don't move, like stay there. And then she saw a balloon and it said get well. She was walking towards it, of course, and then out of nowhere a dog pops out, and then she's like backing away because like she's scared of it, right? She's backing back into like a construction area where it's just like a hole, so like she could fall off if like she scoot any further back. So then she was like, daddy, 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 like help. And then he looked over and he was like, don't move, don't move, I got this under control. He grabbed the rock. Keep this in mind. He grabbed the rock, and then he didn't throw it at the dog. He threw it like next to the dog, so like he would like run away and just like leave the little girl. So when he did that, she got scared and back, and she fell, and then he fell too with her, trying to grab her. But they both fell. She hit her head, of course. And then he like opened his eyes, and then he stood up and then stayed in shock. And then the wife comes and she's just like screaming at him like, what did you do? Blah, blah, blah. And then he pushed her like away. And for like a minute, you couldn't hear anything. So like you thought like he pushed her like to death too. But that was not the case, because then the girl starts saying like, mommy, mommy, like I'm hurt, blah, blah, blah. And then he finally like stops being in shock. And then he goes to the girl and then he's like, are you okay? And she's like, I think so. And then he tried to pick her up. And then the girl was like, my arm hurts. So then the wife was like, we need to take her to the hospital. So that's what they did. So long story short, they got to the hospital. Well, he signed in his name and they called his name, of course. The doctor, like, he helped the little girl and blah, blah, blah. And then he talked to the parents and they were like, we actually think that she hit her head. Like, something bad could be happening inside of, like, her brain. Like, she could have internal bleeding. So they took the little girl and the wife into an elevator to go to, like, test her examination, an MRI pretty much. But he noticed that in the elevator they went to LL, which is lower level, instead of the third floor, which is where they have their things, well, all of the like equipment to like get tested and everything. They made him wait for like more than 10 hours. He went to check back in with the front desk nurse, and she was like, no, like these examinations usually take like very long, and he asked like, well, can you check on your computer, on your system, if like she's like here? And she checked, and her name was not on the, I think it was like Perry or something like that. Her name was not in the system. And he was like, how can you do this? Like, you can't just lose like you can't lose my family, because it was a wife too. So then he starts going crazy, and then the security comes and he takes him away, and then he escapes eventually. Like he's trying to push him away. He escapes, and then he starts yelling at one of the doctors. Then he ran through the back doors of the hospital. He went close to his car, and then he saw a police car like going out, and he like went in front of it, and there were two officers, a lady and a guy. They asked him like, are you okay, and blah blah blah, like what's happening? And he was like, yeah, like they lost my family. So they all went inside, and they were talking to the front door girl. They talked to them, and then they're like, well, where's his family? He says that they're there. And he even showed them a picture like in his wallet, like explaining who it was. So then the officers just start talking to the doctors, and they even made the doctor that apparently attended the little girl come back, because like his shift was already over, but they made him come. And then the doctor that did attend the little girl comes in, and then he says, yeah, we've attended him, but not with the little girl. Like it was just him. He hit his head. It was just sounding like a lie, because he also would ask like the nurse like, and then what was his name, and then what happened? Like it just like didn't make sense. Like it just sounded like he was trying to lie. Then eventually they're like, we'll even show you like the cameras, and they showed him on one of the clips. It was like when he was talking to his wife, like they only got him, and they're like, see, there's no like woman or like kid right there. And he was like, well, it's just an angle, like you guys didn't get them. They're like, okay, we'll go to the examination level, which was level 3. And then he was like, no, the nurse took my wife and my daughter down to LL, which is lower level again. They were like, well, that's crazy, because we don't usually take our patients there. And he was like, exactly, so they're down there. So they go to this place. I'm gonna stop doing my makeup a little bit so I could explain. So they go to this place, and then they say, see, maybe you grabbed a rock and you threw it at the little girl because you were mad at the woman. Like he was just like sitting on the floor, and the woman was just talking to him, like getting all these things in his head, how like he just grabbed the rock and threw it at the little girl, like because he was mad, because he had just gotten an argument with the wife. So like he was just mad, and he wanted to get out his anger somehow. And then he locked him all up in the gasoline station, which was next to the construction area whole thing. He locked him up there. He started driving the car as fast as he could to the hospital to find the wife. He went in the elevator. He got into a whole like fist bump with the security guy from the hospital. He ended up killing the security guy in the elevator and grabbed his keys to go to the lower level, because of course like you couldn't go to a lower level unless you had a key. So he grabbed the key and he went downstairs. He also had the gun, like he still had the gun. So he was like just like pointing and walking through the hallway. Once he got there, everything was white, like all like super scary, of course. And then he started walking more. He saw all of like the main doctors like in a room. He saw his daughter, and they were about to like take her apart pretty much, because she was all good. Like the only thing that was wrong with her was a broken arm. So of course like they weren't just gonna like take out her organs for nothing. Like something had to be wrong with the hospital to do that. He escaped through the hallway, and he saw the 2 nurses that were the guys that had the human organs. And they're like, we can't let you do this. Like, you're not thinking right. Like, it's all in your head. He shot the guy in the leg. And then he was like, son of a bitch, like, blah, blah, blah. and then they escaped. And then he went to the elevator, and then he grabbed the girls and put them in the backseat, and he was like, we'll be fine, we're gonna get out of here. So they escaped. They went into the car and they drove off, and then he was like, we're gonna be okay, and blah blah blah. I don't know, like 2 minutes passed or something, like, because they were showing like the hospital or something, and then they go back to them in the car, and then he's like, we're safe now, how are you feeling? And then she just smiled at him through the rear mirror, I think. To the mirror, I don't know, this is why I can't have a car, but to the mirror, because they were in the back. And then this is where it gets crazy. They show that in the back of the car, he actually has another body, a dead body, like in the back seat, like it's just a dead body. And then they start repeating all of the words about the woman that was telling him how he was crazy and blah blah blah. He was all making it up in his head. And then they show that he grabbed the rock and he threw it at the girl, and the girl, well, she fell and completely like went unconscious. And then when he got up and was in shock, and the woman was the wife was just like pushing him and blah blah blah, like telling him like what did he do. He pushed the wife into a nail and it went right in her head, so of course she died too. And then they show that he put them in the trunk, and once he's driving, he has a dead body in the back seat, and then his daughter and his wife in the trunk. It still gives me chills. So it's all crazy, because then like you start thinking, like imagine if like your whole like mind like actually went through that, and you're actually like living a life that's not real. Like you're all like, maybe like you're alone and you're just hearing like things that you want to hear. Now that's crazy to me, because like imagine if you're actually alone and you're just making everything up, like your family, your friends, people when they text you, people when they talk to you, like it's all in your head, like it's not real. So imagine if life is really like that, like you don't know it, but maybe you killed everyone that you love and you just don't know it. Like I get chills like thinking about it. Like what if I'm actually a murderer and like crazy out of my mind and like making shit up in my head, like thinking that like it's not real. Okay, I low-key look like from The Incredibles or something. It looks like I'm wearing a mask, but okay, I'm trying to go for an editorial look, so maybe it looks bad, maybe it doesn't, but whatever. But that was my little like crazy moment. Like imagine if we're actually all alone and they make us live the life that we like choose, like throughout our decisions that we take, like it all revolves around us. Now that's scary. It's something to think about. Now let me tell you my dream. I had a dream. My whole life is like, my whole life I've been wanting to like just be a part of like an action movie or something, like, because I don't think I'll ever kill someone. Like I make jokes about it, but like I don't have the heart to do that. And I'm not stupid enough to go to jail for murder or something. I want to be in an action movie where like I actually do that, you know, like just like have all of like the adrenaline like rushing through my blood, like escaping like bad guys or whatever, like you're trying to solve like a mystery. Like I'd be a detective, but I want to be a nurse. Okay, but whatever. My dream, I had this dream like 4 days ago. The only person I told this story was my best friend, because she was in it. Well, both of them were, my guy best friend and my girl best friend. But we were being badasses, both the three of us. We were escaping from this guy that he was chasing us. He was chasing us. He was chasing us. I can't pronounce it. I'm so sorry. But he was chasing us with knives. With the knife. It was just one guy. And then so I got tired of his shit and I turned around and I like punched the hell out of him. Like Like, I left him unconscious. Oh my god, I can't talk. His crew or his gang or his friends, I don't know what they were. They were chasing us too. So we were like, they weren't chasing. They were, but in a way of like trying to find us. So when we were doing that, we went through so much shit. We jumped a cliff or a hill or something. But we jumped it and we were being badasses. And we went into a restaurant just to like, not distract ourselves, but like hide away from them, you know? And we did, and then we see them like coming through the driveway. So we escaped to the back doors and we start running and we go into museum. And that's when we just like started like saying everything. We were like, I just killed someone and you were in it, like you guys didn't stop me, like you guys could go to jail with me for that, and blah blah blah. And then Ricky was like, the only thing we could do at this point is just like escape, like change our identities or something, and like just like move somewhere else. Okay, so I did apply lashes and they made the look way much better. Just the inner corner, I can't get it to stick, but whatever, like we're not gonna focus on it all night. And I put highlight and lipstick, so that should complete the look. And with the story that I was going with, my dream, long story short, I woke up when we were at the museum, so I don't really know what happened next. But the thing about that dream is that I want to feel that adrenaline in real life. So the only way that I could get that adrenaline would be if Hollywood would like sign me up for a movie or something, which I don't think will ever happen, but you know, never stop dreaming. And the movie, if you guys didn't understand shit of what I try to explain, go watch it and you'll understand. Like, it's such a good movie, and it'll like leave you thinking. But whatever. This is my editorial look. Tell me if you guys like this. It was pretty much like a movie review in a way, but like a spoiler alert. And like me explaining my dark thoughts of like wanting to kill and adrenaline and all that, which I promise I'm not. Like, my FBI agent knows I'm just kidding. And yeah, comment down below if you like these kind of things more, of just like me doing my makeup in order to like tell a story or something. I was actually gonna paint a canvas, but I don't have the equipment for that. I don't have the facilities for that, big man. But once the stores start opening again, like I'll go and buy them, and I'll maybe have a painting video coming soon. You never know. And with that being said, I guess this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video and through my craziness. I am so sorry, but I'll see you next Sunday with Yaremi. Bye.